I'm right about a lot of things that people have zero clue that they even know is going on.
Okay.
You've been distracted, Ron, coming in and out of this.
Let's talk about The Chair Company. This is the new show starring Tim Robinson, also created by Tim Robinson, as well as his writing partner, Zach Cannon. And this, I will tell you, is the most bizarre show of the year. Yeah, this is definitely the most bizarre show of the year. I've watched some bizarre shows this year, and I do want to make a recap about that, so stay tuned. Sit with some of the most outlandish things I've seen, some of the funniest scenes of the whole, last 5 years, in my opinion. There were some scenes in here where I just couldn't stop laughing, and then it hits you with something else. A beautiful, beautiful show to watch, honestly. And I would say top 5 shows of the year for sure. So let's get into thoughts and opinions on it, as well as that ending. I do have an ending explain I'm going to do where I rationalize what the hell's going on here at the best ability I can, because I don't think we can ever predict what Tim Robinson's going to do next. And let's just get it out of the way. There's a certain taste you have to have for Tim Robinson. I will tell you, if you're not a fan of quote unquote cringe comedy, you're going to feel put off by this show. I will tell you right from the get-go. So really is flourishing in that direction. But what's so different, I think, from Tim Robinson's other stuff he's done, like I Think You Should Leave or Friendship, is this really takes a more surreal and bizarre turn at times. So if you're a fan of I Think You Should Leave or Friendship, you are going to love this show, and I implore you, get on it. All 8 episodes are out now on HBO. I'm not sponsored by HBO, but hey, HBO, if you're listening, hit me up. Let's talk about The Chair Company Season 1. Basic premise of this show, without getting into any spoilers will be tomorrow on The Ending Explained, is that you follow a guy named Ron who has an embarrassing incident at work, and he's trying to get to the bottom of what happened. This leads him down a rabbit hole of a lot of shady things happening with a chair company, and he meets a bunch of incredible, ridiculously absurd individuals in that path that he goes on, and it just gets bizarre. So let's talk about my thoughts and opinions on it. First and foremost, I think Tim Robinson knocks it out of the park as Ron. He's able to really make this character be so normal, but yet so weird at the same time, which is something great to see, because you're never knowing what's coming next. You're always on your toes, and you might believe you know where this is headed into, and then it takes a U-turn and says, no, we're going this way now. And that's what I really love about this show, is that it keeps you in a sense of disbelief throughout. You're there questioning everything. You're asking more questions as you get some answered, and that's, I think, what a show should do. It should keep you intrigued. What's really funny about it is just the most mundane thing this character's doing is just trying to figure out what this chair company really does and who's behind it all. And on paper, that could just sound boring, and it could sound like, what am I even watching a show like this for? But the way it's presented and done is what really makes this shine a lot. There's a lot of characters in here as well that I was just so fascinated by, and it's just the ability of these actors to give some of the most deadpan deliveries for some of the most outrageous and ludicrous themes throughout, and I was just there seated, glued to the screen, watching it all unfold. I've seen a lot of people get mad about the comparisons to said shows like Twin Peaks and all of that, and I see it though. I see it in The Chair Company. This is a show that really tries to be as bizarre as it can be and almost surreal at times, and it works because it has a sort of uncanny feeling to it. Like, there are some episodes here that truly feel like they're ripped out of a horror movie, and then it sort of falls into some melodramatic family drama that's really great as well. And that's where I really got the comparisons to Twin Peaks. It blends all of these very polar opposite things together to make just one great show that you are just going to love. Trust me on that. And I think the season finale for this really also exudes that, with almost the finale of Twin Peaks Season 1, if you've seen it, where it leaves you on a cliffhanger that you're just like, where did this even come from? And you're just wondering, how will they even continue this forward? And you're not even mad about it either, because it just makes sense for the show. And you were like, of course they were going to do that. And I thought that's where The Chair Company is so brilliant. It is just a show that is written so well. It's entertaining. It keeps you coming back for more. You're never feeling like it's being cheap in the way it's presenting things or holding things from you. It truly is just the nature of what's going on. And Tim Robinson is indeed a master at this comedy, this awkward cringe comedy that some people have sort of said is equivalent to Nathan Fielder, who also had a really great show this year, which I'm going to talk about as well in my recap of shows. But Tim Robinson takes it in a step further where it feels a bit more scary, whereas Nathan Fielder, it feels a bit more confusing in a good way as well. So that's all I'll say about the Chair Company for now. I don't want to give anything away. I think the rest of the cast is great. Lake Bell, Sophia Lillis, and so on and so forth. They truly are committed to the bit, and it's the way that all of these actors are like sort of acting in a different show, it seems, but it works together and it gives it much more of a weirder feel throughout. Like you just feel uneasy watching it, and every single episode is just ending on a high note. Like they all feel contained as well, which is what you want from a TV show. I hate when TV shows feel like this episode's part of this episode, so if you don't watch them back to back, then it's not gonna feel good, right? But this works well. Each episode feels like its own contained story, and it really reaches an arc. I really love the arc in each episode, as well as the character of Ron. So I'm excited for season 2. I cannot wait to see it. Definitely one of those shows that I am super excited has come to HBO, and I will continue watching each season as they come. I believe this is like top 5 for them when it comes to TV comedies that they've put out over the last, I think, decade. So there's definitely going to be a lot of room for this to grow into a beloved series. So we'll see what happens. What is the mystery for the Chair Company? We'll find out. But let me know if you watched the Chair Company, if you're a fan of Tim Robinson. I'm definitely interested in watching Detroiters. That's a show of his I have not watched yet. And after watching I Think You Should Leave, as well as Friendship, which you can watch on HBO as well, Friendship. Really, really great comedy this year. I am a Tim Robinson believer, truther. I will be there, seated day one for whatever he releases next, because I truly think there's some magic here, and I'm excited. But let me know your thoughts and opinions on the Chair Company if you watch it or not. I want to make a ending explain sort of discussion video where we can just discuss everything we thought about. And I'm not here to tell you I have the answers for it all, but I do have some hunches. So that will be on tomorrow's video, so stay tuned for that. Check out our review on Marty Supreme, as well as our trailer breakdown on The Bone Temple. And we have some more trailer breakdowns because there were 4 great horror trailers this week, and I'm excited to talk about each and every one of them. But as always, that's going to do it for me. 50,000 subscribers is the goal. Let's get to it. Stay safe. Stay positive.
What's the problem?
It's a big problem.
Ron, we're so proud of you.
Please put your hands together for your project head, Ron Trosper. Badass.com.
We all know it hasn't been easy for you.